Okay, last part for you, Lorraine. So it hit a spot earlier on where it just had had enough, so I've given it a bit of time and we're coming back for the last little bit. So I'm 100% Lorraine. I choose happiness, health, and harmony. Happiness, health, and harmony. Okay, so where do we need to go? Right. I choose to have hope in my life. I choose to have hope in my life. I release any and all guilt that is no longer serving me. I release any and all guilt that is no longer serving me. I allow the brilliance of my survival patterns to allow me to move forwards with health, happiness, harmony, and hope. Okay. Right. So now we've found another deep hidden survival pattern that wasn't showing up earlier on. Yeah, and that's in third stage stress, that deep hidden survival pattern. But we need to do the celestial circuit as part of this, so that lack of connection between the conscious and unconscious meridians in the brain. So one of the things that helps you at home to recenter that celestial circuit, so just below the belly button, is the dantian. That's the center of gravity in our body. But when our celestial circuit isn't working, we're disconnected somewhere between our central meridian and our governing meridian, which are both on our center. Let's sort of see. Is yours to the left? Is yours to the right? Is yours up? Is yours down? Is yours up? So your center of gravity is higher than it should be on your body. Is it forward? Is it back? It's behind you, so it's in the past somewhere. Is it on the left? It's on the right. So it's on the right, the masculine doing side of the body. It's higher than it should be, so it's in this upper quadrant, and it's behind you, which is living in the past when it was easier to do, easier to succeed, easier to put yourself forward and stand up and be counted. So let's go and have a look. Is it the best technique we need? Is it something else? The best technique. Okay. Oops. So we're going to try to bring that center of gravity back to the dantian. So if you sort of hold your hands on just below the belly button and just breathe up and down your spinal cord. If you imagine some beautiful energy traveling up and down your spinal cord to shimmy this energy back into center. So we want your center of gravity here. I am happy, I am healthy, I am well. I am hopeful, I am whole. I release release any and all shame, blame, and guilt that no longer serves me. I release any and all shame, blame, and guilt that no longer serves me. I release any and all shame, blame, and guilt that no longer serves me. Okay, so that's taken the celestial circuit from third stage stress down to first stage stress. The center of gravity's back in, but we are still a little bit out of kilter with that center, that line. So let's go have a look. So the Dantian's back, but we've still got the center of gravity a little bit out. So, sorry, Dantian's back in, but we've still got the celestial circuit a little bit out. Okay, what do we need? Oh, we need another tuning fork combination? Okay, so what's the first priority? Right, so the first one is governing meridian. So that's one of the circuits within the celestial circuit. Right, so it's liver energy and governing energy. So liver is about internalized rage, anger, frustration. Okay, so the flower essence is willow bark flower essence, and it's for when we've had stuff go on for so long in our body that we no longer want to take responsibility for it, and we do start getting pessimistic and filled with frustration and bitterness and blaming others for our situation. So we need this 3 times. We need this circuit to put the positive back in, the joy back in. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively transform my blaming others for my situations in life and my unwillingness to be happy for the good fortunes of others into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively acknowledge responsibility for my life situation, create harmony in my thoughts and actions, and joyfully accept the good fortunes of others. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively transcend my unwillingness to be happy for the good fortunes of others and my pessimism into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively acknowledge responsibility for my life situation, create harmony in my thoughts and actions, and joyfully accept the good fortune of others. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively dissolve my blaming others for all situations in life, my unwillingness to be happy for the good fortunes of others, and my pessimism into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively acknowledge responsibility for my life situation, create harmony in my thoughts and actions, and joyfully accept the good fortunes of others. So that's willow bark flower. Let's have a look where your center of gravity, beautiful, and Dantian. Okay, celestial circuit, beautiful, third, awesome, 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 awesome. So there's something structural that we've got to do. So once again, I want you to wake up your body, just wriggle it, activate it, you know, move things around, get your fingers, get your toes going, move your hips, just activate those cells in your muscles and in your body. Right, so there's muscles around the rib cage that are really, really tight. The anterior serratus muscles, they relate to the lungs, so they're supportive muscles, you know, in and around here. So when they're not working well, and also it's lung energy, so it's grief, guilt, regret, but also these little guys up the top here, the deltoids, they are also about lung energy. So let's just move the energy along those. So the shoulders will have to overwork when the anterior serratus is underworking. Okay, so the next one showing up is the subscapularis, so it's underneath the scapula behind here. So it moves the muscles in that direction, so it's in here. Relates to the heart meridian, very much involved in the movement of the shoulders. And when it doesn't work, we find it hard to bring our shoulders back, and we need to be able to, you know, so when you're trying to get yourself upright, if your shoulders are forward, everything's going to be forward. We need to be able to bring our shoulders back, and then even then our elbows back as well, to start to retraining our height and our posture, so that we can start to open this up, because when this is closed, we end up with scar tissue in here. It stops all the function. So we need to be able to open it up so that we can relax all of those muscles to allow us to have better breathing and better lung supply and heart supply, and all of that area, allow it to open up. There's some major lymphatic vessels in here that get congested when that area is not working properly. Okay, the next one showing up is your quadriceps. So they relate to small intestine energy. So the area that helps that is rubbing in underneath the rib cage for your small intestine, and also just in here above the pelvis. And small intestine is connected with heart energy, actually. Heart and small intestine have got a yin-yang relationship. So if heart is overworking, small intestine can be under. They can both be overworking, of course, but they're both about the imbalance with love, joy, love and joy in our life, love, joy and hate. Okay, so liver is showing up again. I know we just did that with the tuning forks, but the liver organ is, of course, on the right, rubbing underneath the right breast tissue. That actually helps stimulate the liver function, and that's the end of the liver meridian in there. The other end of it is our big toe muscles. So if we touch that and touch the big toe at the same time, that is saying to the liver meridian, hello liver meridian, wakey wakey. And when we're hyperallergic, there's no way that our liver is detoxing properly on a daily basis. So running that liver meridian. Right, and kidneys also really struggling. So of course with detoxing, no surprise at all if the immune system, the liver, the kidneys aren't working, because something isn't being able to detoxifying. And when we've got so much anaphylaxis and allergy, of course we have a fear of life, we've got a fear of the environment, we've got a fear of food, we've got a fear of everything, because everything creates issues. So the kidney meridian is about anxiety and fear. Once again, this is the end of the kidney meridian under our collarbone. So when we hold our hand on the navel and then rub just in underneath the collarbone, just in here in these little notches, that's actually helping to connect the left and right sides of the brain. Because when we're fearful, we disconnect the left and right sides of the brain. The brain wants us to be in the unconscious thinking. It doesn't want us to consciously go, gee, will I fight this tiger? So we can help to reconnect the left and right sides of our brain by doing that. If we rub the tailbone while holding the belly button, that helps to get the front and back of the brain communicating. And if we hold the belly button and rub the top and bottom of the lips at the same time, then that helps to get the top and bottom of our brain communicating. So there, though, as well as running that central meridian. So there's a couple of little things that you can do any time to just help your brain to feel more switched on. And anytime you're feeling allergic, you know, these kidney 27s also work in tandem with these little points on the side of the body. So if you tap these when you're feeling allergic, then it just helps to boost your immune system. I do it for like 20 seconds or so, a few times, you know, in 5 minutes, so that you just are activating your immune system to go, hello, what's going on in there? Why am I having a reaction? Okay, so the reticular activating system just jumped up and down at us. Yeah, so once again, just with putting this in, the serotonin's gone, no, don't relax and be calm and be happy. So we've got to act, because it wants you to be vigilant. So let's pop in that serotonin. And once again, it's the low serotonin, high vigilance. So your nervous system's going, don't relax, let's sort this out. Except sorting it out is usually, you can imagine, in unconscious stress, it's either surviving something or dying. You know, so if we're getting attacked by a lion, a tiger, a bear, there's two options. You know, we survive or we don't. But dusts and pollens and molds and foods aren't going to kill us. They just make us bloody miserable. Okay, so that's calmed down. That's deep hidden survival pattern. Okay. Okay, so we need a flower essence. This time it's an Aussie bush flower essence. Okay, so Boab is showing up. Boab is a flower essence, and it's to do with beliefs about ourselves that we believe because our family has always said it. So it can be when we have built up resentment with close family and friends because of stuff that we don't even realize we believe about ourselves, because it's been permeated into our world since we were itsy bitsy teeny weeny. So this is about letting go of family belief systems, letting go of stuff that people believe about us that no longer serves us. It no longer serves us. So it's time at some stage in our lives we have to go, what are my beliefs? Write them all down. What do I believe about myself? Is all of that true? Do I want it to be true? Where do I want to shift my energy? Do I want to feel hopeless or do I want to feel hopeful? Do I want to feel guilty or do I want to feel empowered? Do I want to feel stressed or do I want to feel energized? Do I want pain and punishment circuits or do I want to walk freely in the world as the adult, free human that we are? Oh yeah, that's 8 drops. That's not only your entire life, but that's inherited beliefs about ourselves. Beautiful. Okay, let me just double check. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I'll get these uploaded tonight. Sorry it's taken me all day to do. Your body just hit a spot earlier on where it went, nup, 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 no more, no more. So I just allowed it for a few hours and I've finished it tonight. So take care. Talk to you soon. Excellent. Have a good one.